Hey, Pete, over the past year or so, last year you were state champion. There was only one knock on a state champ. And the state champ, what they were saying about you was that you were having a little trouble defending a shot. Can you tell us what you've done? Because this year there's a monstrous improvement that you have on your feet, defending a shot and getting takedowns. What has changed in your wrestling?
I've had a new style and a new point of view. Last year I mainly focused on top and bottom, basically wanted the kid to take me down. This year I want to dominate in all three positions, and first off I want to go for angles and attack him anything, making his mistakes my advantages.
Okay. Noticed all through the year, you've always had a knack for pinning your opponent. Everybody knows what's coming. Hardly anybody can stop it. With the wrinkle that you're up 2-0 instead of down 2-0, it has a complete different mindset on your opponent and you. Last year you're wrestling Savakis, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you end up getting a takedown on Savakis. Completely changes the match and the way he has to wrestle and the way you have to wrestle. Looking forward, who do you think your toughest opponent is going to be this year?
Well, to tell the truth, I don't think I want to single out anybody through anything, but anybody who steps on the match at this point, I'll wrestle with all my heart and all my ability, and won't take anybody advantage of.
Okay. Yep. Well, I understand that. You're not looking past anybody. You're not looking forward to anybody. Of those that you've wrestled this year, who has been the toughest competition?
It'll be a close match between the Missouri kid. He had a really tight wrestling style, and except for the cradle at the one point, really didn't get any major points.
Yep.
Except for when I wrestled at, I think it was South Dade, beginning of the year. He was a very physical wrestler. And
in the Durant tournament that you went to overtime with.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When I wrestled him during that match, we had a very many roll arounds, many scrambles, a lot of stuff, and a lot of mistakes were made between both of us. And I believe that if I wrestled again, I'd probably beat him.
Yep.
But I believe that was a very close match and really difficult at the time to wrestle both the first time.
You know, Kevin Whalen from Braddock was here doing the broadcast with us while you were wrestling, and he made mention of that match, and he said that's when everybody in South Florida realized there was a different, improved Pete Baldwin this year, and he said you are noticeably better on your feet. He said, which will prove to be trouble for everybody in the state. And the funny thing was, is not funny to you, but the funny thing was, is when you got slammed to your back in that last match, that he probably thought, he said that he thought that wasn't the greatest of ideas for the Braddock wrestler to wake up the sleeping bear. And, I just want to tell you again that, like everybody here in Osceola County, we are, and everybody else around the state, is quickly becoming Pete Baldwin fans by your wrestling style, your tenacity, and the fact that you can pin most everybody that you wrestle. And with one state championship behind you, I think you're already over 100 wins or 100 pins as a high school wrestler.
I have over 100 pins and I'm over 200 wins.
Over 200 wins as a sophomore in high school. So you wrestled as a 7th and 8th grader at a Catholic school?
A private.
A private school. Okay. Well, it has been a pleasure this year. It's been a pleasure last year. We wish you the best of luck moving on, and it's an honor to watch you wrestle.
Thank you. I'll see you 2 more years.